It is the ultimate job interview, campaigning for Cleveland mayor. In our latest installment of our series, Leading the Land, Mark Naymik presses candidate Justin Bibb on his resume and experience, and he asks, why should we hire you?
I don't owe anybody anything. It's this experience in the status quo that has gotten Cleveland to this point.
Though just 34 years old, he's held big titles, such as Bank Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer.
I'm not new to the city of Cleveland and its challenges. You know, throughout this campaign, but throughout my life, I spend time building relationships with not only folks that lead companies and lead nonprofits, but activists, members of clergy.
He's also changed jobs frequently, holding several positions for less than 2 years, raising the question, how much could he really accomplish at one place?
We're living in a different age where my generation doesn't stay at a firm for 20 plus years. In every job I've had, I've had impact. I've been promoted in several of those jobs, and I've worked at some of the highest levels of government and the private sector.
After graduating from American University, Bibb became a special assistant to Cuyahoga County's first executive, Ed Fitzgerald, a job he overstated in one primary face-off.
I came back home. I was appointed to be the youngest cabinet member, right, in the first county executives administration, appointed to the board of Tri-C, fighting for higher public education in the county.
He was not a cabinet member, but indeed among the youngest staffers. He was charged with working on education initiatives, including Fitzgerald's much-hyped college savings program, a plan ultimately scrapped, and one Bibb says he didn't recommend.
Unfortunately, the county executive at that time had a different opinion, and he wanted to do the countywide college savings account program. And so I did my due diligence as a good public servant.
Bibb left the job after just 18 months to join a New York City consulting company.
I eventually left when I realized he was running for governor, and I wanted my career to go in a different direction, and someone else took my role, and I guess the rest is history in terms of the results of that initiative.
He returned to Cleveland in 2014 to work again for the county for a few months before starting his law and business degree at Case Western Reserve University.
I was fortunate to get a call from one of my close mentors, the chairman and CEO of Gallup, who brought me back to Gallup as a senior advisor and eventually head of the Global Cities consulting practice at Gallup.
After graduation, he never practiced law and is not a member of the bar. In 2019, he worked for KeyBank, but left 17 months later to join a Spokane, Washington-based nonprofit. Working from Cleveland, he advises organizations in small cities on how to measure their services. Bibb's also been appointed to numerous boards and commissions, including the Regional Transit Authority and Cleveland's Charter Review Commission. During the primary, opponents attacked his spotty RTA attendance record.
According to our analysis, I only missed 10 meetings over the course of nearly 3 years of being on that board. I was traveling and leading a business at Gallup.
A downtown resident, Bibb says he wants a new job as mayor.
The challenges that we see in our city right now are so multifaceted that having somebody that has spent time working in government, working in the private sector, and the nonprofit world gives me a unique advantage to not only reimagine what City Hall should look like, but also how do we bring people together in my administration and in this community to solve these hard problems.
On November 2nd, voters will decide who fills this office. In the meantime, Justin Bibb and his opponent, Council President Kevin Kelly, will continue to interview with Cleveland residents. I'm Mark Naymik, 3 News.
And next week, our Leading the Land series will examine Kevin Kelly's experience as a city councilman and council president.